we're at the full moon in Aquarius tonight, and I want to talk about projections, especially with people when they've had certain experiences. I'm going to liken this to the Three of Swords in the Tarot. The Three of Swords for me is a card of the mind is holding on to something that the heart has experienced, but is rumination. And ruminating is the Three of Swords is very, when you're speaking about source wounding. Now, and these things are above and beyond psychology and those types of things. They are very much interconnected within the fabric of how things flow and function at a very uniquely intrinsic level. So when we're at this Aquarius full moon, and this actually came up early 2020, and then here it is, and it shows itself every now and then, that Three of Swords and this Aquarian energy. Now, I don't know if this is an Aquarian man, meaning an Aquarius sun sign. It would be highly likely there's an Aquarius sun sign if it's a person. Now, or if it's just the Aquarian energy. And that means that it could be any man. Now, and this is what it continues to show itself as because with Aquarius is about society, and society being split into diverse groups. And we're not speaking about the hive mind tonight, but that functions well for the hive mind because they're already a part of a hive mind whole. So when you cut them into their hive mind closer groups, there's no shifting in what they already are. They connected consciousness. Now, any further divisions are just about superficial divisions, but even as a group, they're just a hive mind. But we're not speaking about that. But it is one of the reasons that this is possible, because of what projections actually are. And we're not talking about the superficiality of, you hear people throwing around words talking about projections and all that. I'm speaking about scientifically what a projection is and what it's made and created of, regarding the fabric of what can be experienced or seen as an experience. I'm talking about that when I state certain buzzwords that are popular. I'm not talking about the popularity. I'm talking about the true essence of what the word signifies, and I can explain it. Now, so scientifically, so it's different. So, and the only reason this projection is able to happen is because these are hive minds. That's the only reason they can share in some type of similar experience, and certain things can be projected onto the experience that they're having, because all of them are just sharing in the one damn experience with minor variations. Now, so it's easy when you're talking about this Aquarian energy, and Aquarius is the king of swords. So that's a sword. The sword represents the mind. Now, and Saturn is the ruler, despite, we already know what we did with this. Uranus somewhere recovering. So this speak about why the projection can happen. It's like because they're all shared in the same experience. So when you have something like a sword energy, king of swords, it holds on to what it has experienced, and it projects that experience out. Now, this can be even if we're not speaking about a human, it will represent an imprint that can be experienced, because energy doesn't go anywhere. It's an imprint of energy that can be experienced by their hive mind consciousness, like that. Because remember, anything that they experience that can be associated with being a real experience, it will be something projected anyway. And we're speaking about their space with that. So anything in their hive mind group that they're experiencing these projections can be on. And you're talking about a sword and the Aquarian energy and the King of Swords, that's the mind. The sword represents the mind, like that. No. So there's some type of imprint of a happening that it could be a happening, it could not be a happening. That's not the point. But it's that how they have to experience things and how everything they experience are just projections, like that. Because they're a hive mind, they don't have any independent ability to experience anything singular or singularity or close to a truth or close to a reality. So anything they experience is just a projection. It's not really experience because they're catatonic functioning catatonic. So something is there and it's being projected. I'm not going to get the details of it, but because I had to sever their energy to quiet them down, not them quieting themselves down to siphon energy and being silent. I had to sever their energy for a different reason from the core conduit there. And we're speaking about space, and it brought this up here again regarding how things travel amongst them and how when the experiences that they have that aren't, and they're just projections of energy that is imprinted, because energy goes nowhere. So wherever the energy comes in through, that's what they'll have as experience. So they can all experience things in variations. Now, so that means that something needs to be laid to rest regarding this energy that can be projected. Now, one reason it needs to be laid to rest is regarding, and the only reason I care is anything that disturbs me and keep me from getting things done, I put it to rest and lay it to rest and will put it to sleep, like that. Now, so anything that doesn't interfere with what I'm doing or I don't care. But it's I'm trying to get this done and this. Okay, now. So the line stops. Now, so this needs to be put to rest, this projecting. And for them, for a hive mind, because they don't have anything independently going on, because they are not independently functioning mentally or any other, emotionally or any other type of way, this projection could be the imprint of something that needs to be put to rest, or it could be something that needs to remain, because that's one of the only experiences that they can have, because they have to have a projected experience. So but because I feel that this would be something that has already taken place, if it's meaning that they've already had the experience. It's been projected. Okay, they've had the adrenaline that goes with it, so that they can feel that they are having experience. That's them as a collective. Now, so because they only function off toxicity and romance and things like that, it would be because when you're a hive-minded experience, it has to be potent enough to make them feel that, oh, this means I'm alive, like that. No, it doesn't. It's just still catatonic, functioning catatonic, like that, the entire group. So this is about, but it would have already happened, and it's a projected experience, or and it has to be projected. And you know, one thing happens to it, it goes through all of them, and it hits all of their experiences. Okay, now, so now, so I'm wondering if, since I have the residue severed from the conduit for something else that's not related to that, but because they're all a hive mind, everything will be related to everything regarding them. Should I put a plug on the person that's projecting, if they're a person that's projecting, or should I put a plug on the imprint of the energy that can be projected, or both? And I'm not asking a question to people, I'm asking the question to myself, which I should do. So it can be laid to rest completely. Now, let's talk about pulling the plug. Because they're all connected as a hive mind. And when you pull the plug on one, the plug is just... So, okay, like that. So, now, when I pull the plug, this is to the other scientists. When I pull the plug, on the... If I pull the plug on the imprint, because energy doesn't go anywhere, but I can remove the fire that keeps the imprint being able to be a projection. I can stop it. So when I stop it, and this is removed from their field of being able to experience, because remember, we're speaking about a collective consciousness. And was everything that they experience is a projection. There's nothing that they experience that isn't a projection, because they can't experience, because they're not individual. They're not independent individual like that. Okay. So when I put a plug on this imprint here of energy that is projected, and even if it came from a singular body of energy being able to project the experience like that, okay, now it just goes through them, whatever they can experience as life is reverberates through each of them, because they're just one thing. Now, but they experience things in slight variations, and it's interconnected, interlinked like that, and at different potencies and different with different minor different characteristics. So when I pull the plug on this here, this imprint, whatever happened within that experience, so that it could be projected when it became a whole of what can be experienced and projected. Now, whatever happened, now, and it ended with a pulling of a plug. Now, it didn't end with a pulling of a plug, but it ended with a like that. Okay. Now, so so when I pull the plug, is the, like, for example, if the experience about two romantic people, like a man catching is three romantic people, but it's a partner, relationship partners, then an extra man, and this man catches this woman that is his partner, and then this man gets okay. So when I put the plug in, all of them are having this experience to a certain degree, because they're a hive mind. So when I pull the plug, and it does these two, this is, so that'll be not one, it'll be a lot of them. So anything to get them out of my way so that I can get stuff done. And it just kills the projection. It kills that being able to be a part of their experience and be projected like that. I'm in here, so why not? I'm in the mechanics. Okay, so why not just... like that. And then all these variations go with it. It's eliminated too. Because when you look at what a hive mind experiences as living or experiencing, it's not anything of significance. It's just the same damn thing with minor variations, and it's projecting, and projection is what it is what creates their experience. It's just projections. So what they experience can be highly controlled. Like, we could control that. My vote is for them to sit their asses down and be quiet. All of them, unless they're called upon. Okay, and that would be their experience. But see, that does not function for a working, ordered world. And I don't care what they're doing, as long as it doesn't come in this direction. And because they're a hive mind and they can't control themselves, it means that you can't tell them to go do that shit in quiet and be quiet with it. You can't tell them that. Because they're a hive mind. They don't have any independent abilities to not do or to do or whatever they think. Or whatever they think they have control of. So when you look at the science of things and you're extracting away from, or you're removing an imprint of energy that is present as a projection, because energy goes nowhere and it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to not be able to be experienced as a projection. It'll hold no fire. It'll cease to be a part of the hive mind's ability to say this is what makes them conscious or alive, whatever. And that's why because they're a hive mind, the experiences are spread amongst all of them. It can be projected and it spreads amongst all of them like that. Is that so? So to be done with it, I wonder what the approach should be regarding it. Because for a hive mind, you have to remove the imprint of energy that it projects experiences for them. Like that, you have to remove that so that it can stop. Because they are a hive mind, they don't have things like realizing and just things. They don't have that because it's a hive mind. All of them will have to realize at one time, okay, that's highly unlikely. That's not how a hive mind functions. A hive mind just functions it's just in a very uniform, programmed. Nothing takes it away from the programmed equation like that. It doesn't have any deviations. Now, or it'll have minor deviations within the same experience. It doesn't have a complete conclusion to experiences. It always has if the physical of what they call experience is over, they still have the imprint of the experience, because they have to keep it because it is a hive mind and they're all going through it with different variations. So they never lose anything, because if they lose everything, they wouldn't be functioning any damn more. If it wasn't anything to project, they would just be already catatonic. It's like, just turn them around and unzip it and just pull that out. Okay, and then that is that. Now, that was a joke, but that's how it is. So I was wondering with this Aquarius energy, what it do with it. Now, it is highly, when you put astrology with it, it's very much associated with maybe an Aquarius man and a Cancer sun sign woman, like that type of, for this type of projection, it would be those types of people like that. And it's the projection, because Cancer is the emotion and feeling like that, and Aquarius is the mind. It's how their projections are and how that they can have experience. Regarding romance, it'll be what their experiences about of those leading behaviors like that. So how should I put a plug? How should I remove the fire from the projection so that it's not a part of the what can be experienced, even though it'll affect them as a collective consciousness? It's going to affect them physically too. Because it would be based on whatever happened within that experience. And that constitutes a type of ending. And then it doesn't have to come up anymore because I'm tired of it. It's not for them, it's for me. So, I'm clearing the slate. That's my reason for being back. Like that. So it's like, how should I do it? That's the question I'm asking myself. Full moon in Aquarius.